Welcome to Paranormal Nightshift, your home for everything that goes bump in the dark, and your fan stories told right here. Today's story comes from Liana, and it is titled The Jewish Preschool. Before we get into tonight's story, I want to let you in on something special. Ever wanted to get a jump on the paranormal action? Crave more chills, more thrills, more unexplained phenomena? Well, now's your chance. Become a member of our Patreon and get exclusive access to our early episodes. That's right, a whole week before anyone else. Not only that, but our Patreon episodes are completely ad-free, so you can dive right into the creepy without any interruptions. But that's not all. Patreon members also get a front row seat to our brand new ebook series, Paranormal Time Traveler. In this thrilling saga, our time-traveling investigator journeys back in time to explore the strange and unexplained stories submitted by you, our amazing listeners. So, if you're ready to take your paranormal obsession to the next level, head on over to Patreon and join the Paranormal Nightshift family. You won't want to miss what we have in store for you. Our Patreon link is in the description, or visit patreon.com/Paranormal Nightshift. Now, let's get into tonight's story. The usual symphony of naptime filled the air, the soft snores of tiny humans, the comforting hum of the air conditioner, the occasional muffled giggle that escaped a restless dreamer. As a teacher at a Jewish preschool, these sounds were a lullaby to my soul. But on this particular Tuesday, an unsettling silence had descended upon the hallway. I was returning to my classroom after a quick bathroom break, the sterile white walls reflecting the eerie quiet. No sound of playful whispers or hushed stories being read. It was like someone had hit the mute button on childhood. Then it happened. A voice, clear and distinct, whispered, "Hello," right next to my ear. It wasn't a child's voice, nor a teacher's. It was a voice that sent a jolt of ice down my spine, raising goosebumps in a wave across my arms. I whipped around, my heart hammering against my ribs, searching for the source. The hallway was empty, completely empty, not a single soul in sight. The silence, even more profound now, mocked me. Had I imagined it? Was the stress of nap duty finally getting to me? Shaken but determined to shrug it off, I continued to my classroom. The room was bathed in that golden afternoon light that always seemed to cast a sleepy spell. The children were all sound asleep, their little chests rising and falling rhythmically. I was crossing the room towards my co-teacher, Sarah, when I felt it. A distinct brush against my shoulder, a whisper of cool air against my cheek, followed by a soft, chilling, "Hello." This time, there was no mistaking it. I spun around, searching frantically for the source, my voice catching in my throat. Sarah, perched on a tiny chair next to a sleeping child, looked up, brow furrowed. "Everything okay?" she asked, concern etched on her face. I just shook my head, unable to speak. How could I explain the feeling of being brushed by an invisible presence, the disembodied voice that sent shivers down my spine? The rest of the afternoon was a blur. The playful energy that usually filled the room felt absent, replaced by a strange heaviness. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of fabric made me jump. That night, as I lay in bed, sleep eluded me. The memory of the encounters replayed in my mind, each whisper echoing in the silence. Was it a playful spirit, a mischievous imp, or something more? The following days passed uneventfully. The joyous chaos of the children returned, but the memory of those encounters lingered, a reminder that sometimes, even in the most joyous places, the unseen can brush against the world of the living, leaving us with a shiver and a story to tell. With that being said, Liana, thank you so much for your story. Remember, if you want to support the show, head on over to our Patreon page. Your contributions help us keep the lights on, the stories flowing, and the time traveler fueled up for his next adventure. But hey, if you can't support us financially, no worries. Just sharing the show with a friend or rating us on your favorite podcast platform goes a long way. And if you've got a spooky story of your own, we'd love to hear it. Share it with us right here on Paranormal Nightshift. You never know, your story might just become the next chapter in the Paranormal Time Traveler series and told here on the show. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for the unexplained, your ears open for the unheard, and your minds open to the possibilities.